Different organizations that bring together private school proprietors, owners and institutions of learning have held the first ever educational dialogue that focused on policy issues about provision of private education that include taxes and qualifications for grade 3 teachers that has been put to degree level. Ministry of Education and Sports started the Education Management Information System to collect data about schools and acquire information to help in proper planning, but private schools and institutions of learning have not embraced EMIS.
Returns from EMIS show that over 50% of private schools and education institutions of learning have not provided data about the number of learners they have enrolled in their schools. Be more transparent with data and information regarding your schools and institutions so that planning with the Ministry of Education and Sports becomes easier if possible.
The private school owners want to resume a public-private partnership in education service delivery with Ministry of Education and Sports. The Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, says the PPP arrangement in implementation of universal secondary education was abolished because the money government was investing was misallocated.
When profit maximization overrides the learning objectives in the private school or institution, or any service one is employed to give to the people, then it certainly ends with compromising the quality of that service management anywhere.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education and Sports, Kedres Turiagenda, reminded the private school owners what is expected of them.
Adherence to approved curricula, to staff qualifications, infrastructure standards, safety measures, and many more. Secondly, institutions should be committed to equity and inclusivity. Adequately trained, motivated, supported teachers in order for them to give us the results that we want.
While interacting with officials from URSB, URA and NSSF, private school proprietors were urged to have their businesses registered.
Of the income tax threshold, which still stands at 235 since 2012. There is a feeling that that is kind of biting, especially the lower income groups, knowing that majority of these teachers are earning between 400 and 600,000. So the proposal is to increase the threshold. Their recommendation is 600,000.
We continue with a single tax regime, and we pray that the private schools are allowed to access resources from the UDB through a private schools fund to support their growth.
Ministry of Education resolved that such conversation should be regular and properly planned. Janet Museveni, the Minister for Education and Sports, said it should be put on their annual program since listening to each other can help them reach a consensus. I'm Nafka Farida and Stephen Kalisia in Kampala.